Yeah, we are live. Hi, Otman.
Hello, Nasi. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good. Thank you for having me today as part of your interview series, and I'm happy to share with you the next 30 minutes or so. Hopefully, we'll engage with the audience and provide the necessary information that they seek.
Thanks for coming. I know that you are busy with the work, with the business, and everything else. But thank you so very much for your time and joining us because we would like just give a little bit information to everyone who's watching us now or watching us later, and help them to make a wise decision. When they face this opportunity, and because we want to share our experiences and let them know how we went through this process, how we overcome or obstacles or everything that we were thinking, oh, we are afraid of it, and then give them a little bit maybe inside and how things work for us. So I really, because my background is finance, Othman. I came from finance and banking industry, with over 20 years experience in corporate life. So you have excuse me, engineer mind. So because I know that I've seen your profile, you are an engineer, a construction manager. So I would like to know how you the moment that you had this opportunity in front of yourself, how you come to conclusion and made that wise decision to start your business. I really like to know.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But first, I wanna, like you said, yes, I have an engineering background. So first, I wanna introduce myself to the audience. I'm Othman. I work in the real estate development industry. I'm a professional engineer, hence why I have an engineering background and, like you said, an analytical mindset. And I decided I came to Canada about back in 2010. Obviously, I was trying to start open new opportunities for myself here in Canada. I came first for my studies, and then I started for my postgrad studies, and then I started my professional career. Um, I think the reason why I decided to join the online space was I wanted to always have something that belongs to me, right? Something that I can uh, manage by myself and that I can uh, make decision freely, right? And that I can steer in in any direction. And when you own a business, it is the opportunity to be in control of your own decisions, right? You are the decision maker. So it's if something happens, it's on you. But also owning a business opens so much more opportunities for the future. If things go as planned, and definitely the online space offers that opportunity for everything to be and go as planned, as you foresee it. Uh, it, it can open, like I said, so many doors. And for me, is first to save a nest egg for my future. Is to save uh, and to have a passive income. So not only rely on my active income, because I think it's in known days, and I think COVID has clearly shown opened our eyes to the reality of financial security. Financial security is we can be jobless from one day to the other, right? As much as I love my job and I'm very passionate about my job, like I can't say I am not, but I think having different sources of income gives you a confidence that if something happens down the line, you have something to carry you forward. And the online space offers that because I have the opportunity to have an active job and work on my online business, and I don't need to be plugged in all the time, right? It really gives me the freedom to to um, like I said, I don't have to be on it all the time. So it gives me that freedom to manage it anytime I want, right? And anywhere I want. Like really, because really with the platform we're plugged in, all we need is really our smartphone, right? You can really manage it from your smartphone. Like we the system is automated, so everything works in the background, right? And that's the beauty of an online business. When you have a setup funnel, when you have a sales funnel that is already set up for you, because that's what the platform offers, right? So you don't have the overheads of or the yearly and monthly fees of setting up the funnel and operating it and managing it and maintaining it, because all of that is a lot of money, right? And we are lucky enough that we're plugged in a platform where we don't have to pay a monthly fee or yearly fee. So so that's one, like the freedom of managing the online business anytime I want, because I still have an active income. The other thing that I was looking for and that was part of my laundry list was a training platform, a strong training platform, because obviously we come from different backgrounds. You have a financial background, I have an engineering background. We might be tech savvy, but we don't necessarily know everything about digital marketing, about advertisement. Um, we don't know everything about the power of social media, because we are just used to use social media just to scroll, see news, see videos, comment on our friends' pictures. So, but now we're using the power of social media to attract people, because what we do is attraction marketing. So we use the social media to make money, and that's really the power of social media, is to connect you and to network with people all around the world. And yes, our business is global. um, so yeah, like coming back, what I was saying, yes, the training platform is very important, because like I said, we all have different skill sets, right? And what's good about the platform, the training platform, is that it's very interactive, right? And it is accessible by the entirety of the community. So and plus, and additionally to the training platform, we have a coach and a mentor. So really, we have an edge when we get into the business. Like we got in from some of us got in from advertisement, some of us got in from a warm market, uh, some of us just word to mouth, right? And but really, we have the opportunity to learn from others' mistakes, right? So we have an edge on everyone else, because we know what works today compared to what was working in the past, right? Because social media is always evolving, right? So having that support 24/7 and having a mentor and a coach that will be by your side all the time to see you go forward is key. And the other thing that is very important as well, and that was why I chose this online business, is the community. The community is really what proves that a system and a product works. So we have over 115,000 people globally plugged in into this platform. So if it wasn't working, this community wouldn't be growing day by day. If the system was not made for people that are not technically savvy, then this will not be, this will fail. And and plus, we have the opportunity before we start the business, before we invest into the business. And again, an online business is very low cost. So the investment is low compared to your margins and returns, right? So the community, why it's important to see for yourself what happens within the community, because before making your decision whether you want to join this business and invest into this business or not, you integrate a private group where you see the results and you see the testimonials from many people, and those testimonials are real, they're not made up. And like I said, we have people from different walk of life. We have retirees, construction workers, nurses, engineers like me, financial people like you. We have students as well that all took the leap of faith and are very successful today. So yeah, I think the three main aspect of this, like I think the three main points that we have to summarize my response to you is first is having a very solid training platform, a strong community, and being supported by a coach and a mentor. So those are the three, I think, most important aspects or characteristics that you have to look into when you get into an online business. Whether it's our platform, whether it's going with investing in our platform, in our products, or anything else. It's really the rules to follow to not stumble in the future. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you, Otman. You almost explained everything. And yeah, it was really interesting for me to see it from your view as an engineer, like as someone who is professional in in his own career, but at the same time, he chose to have like another source of income because, as you mentioned, Otman, I think we have to, learned our lesson from COVID that only one income stream is not enough. And it's not something luxury having more than one income stream. It's something very necessary now these days, because we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. And um, our business and our business model and our team and the company that we were advertised for, it's one of the most secure online businesses which I've seen so far. When I went through different platforms, when I investigated this online opportunities, because it doesn't matter if it's COVID, doesn't matter if there's a war somewhere in the world, doesn't matter what's happening, because the company is really well known. It's in the market more than 50 years, having 40 20 branches all around the world. That's why we can work globally. All these things, and they prove themselves. They prove themselves to the market after being 50 years in the market. So we can take it as a guarantee that when we advertise for them, when sale happened at our end, the commission will be in our mailbox. There's no doubt, and their promise is like they made their promise, and they, as you mentioned, it's working for a while. It's not something that we can say it's like 1 day, 2 day, 1%, 2%, 3%. We are like 115 people, 1,000 people all around the world. So one thing that I also curious to know is that the moment that you wanted to take that decision and register for trial, how you just put things together and make that wise decision as well.
Yeah, for sure. Just coming back to something you said, the company we're affiliated to is actually a corporation. It is a global corporation. It is registered all around the world. Wherever they have an office, they are registered um, with the regulatory, it's regulated. You will receive your tax slip at the end of the year. Like for us in Canada, we receive a T4, and you will have to claim your income, of course. So yeah, so what made me take the leap of faith and jump at it? Well, uh, really, in before COVID, or around COVID, I was already starting to think about um, doing something online, or whether it's like an e-commerce platform or being a reseller of products through like Amazon FBA or Etsy, or using just a platform, an e-commerce platform where I can just make transactions, right? I was also thinking about maybe opening my own store on Shopify. So I was doing a lot of research. But the downside of this is that there is a lot of overhead,
That's right.
and there is a lot of um, like I said, overhead, but also um, interactions between third parties, and managing those can be very overwhelming if you don't have the experience to do so. So I I got lucky actually. I found out this business through LinkedIn. Um, my coach actually reached out to me through LinkedIn. I did not see this through an advertisement. I'll be honest, I was more acclimated and knowledgeable about e-commerce platforms than I was about this sort of like online
Mhm.
business with like a sales funnel, with like lead generation, so on and so forth, right? And all of this, I'm speaking like big words right now, but guys, like just to the audience who's watching us, I learned all of this in the past few months, right? Like I didn't know anything about that. But that's the power of our training platform. It's so easy and interactive that figuring things out is not hard, right? So like within 3 weeks, I was able to launch my business, right? Like it did not take me long to start like um, uh, opening myself to making income, right? Um, so yeah, so really, I what I did is I did my due diligence, right? I like anyone else, you have to do your due diligence. Uh, I skeptical? I'm an optimistic, so my glass is half full, not half empty. So I was not skeptical. I was curious, right? I watched the webinar. I watched it a few couple of times. Like I didn't need to watch it and rewatch it. Like I was pretty focused while watching it. I understood what the concept was, the business plan. So the webinar is free, right? You register on the website, and anyone's website who's in this on this in this business, and you receive the webinar is twice a week, live twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 8 p.m. Eastern, and you can watch it live or watch the replay. So I watched the webinar, watched the testimonials from people, and something triggered in my head. Like, okay, like people are speaking very positively. Obviously, in a webinar, you will doubt yourself. You say, okay, they're selecting the right people. They're writing the scripts for like these people are writing the scripts. They verified their script. This is all fake. You're gonna start like questioning yourself. But honestly, it is not. It is absolutely not. I'm part of this group now. I'm part of this community. I know how they select. They don't select people, volunteer to provide their testimonials. It's up to them, and they can say whatever they want, right? And people are speaking out of their heart, and it's true, right? Um, so yeah, so then obviously I before booking my pre-coaching videos, because after the webinar the next step is to book your pre-coaching videos. I reached out to my coach, right? Like I asked questions. Obviously, they were very direct questions. Like I was not worried as per se, but I was curious to know a little bit more about the business plan, to know about her success, her story, uh, and get a feel from the person, right? Because sometimes when you get the feel and you feel the energy when you talk to someone, you can call whether this is right or wrong, right? So I got a good feedback, a good energy, and understood the concept more or less. And then I booked my pre-coaching videos. It's a one-time fee. It's 149 US dollars. It is refundable within 30 days. So really, it was risk-free for me. I didn't have really. I paid $0 because if I was not happy, I will get my money back. 149 dollars, honestly, in in a scale if you compare it to the scale of your returns on investment, it's like peanuts.
It's nothing, right?
Uh, not that I am saying $150 is not a lot of money. It is. Like money is valuable, right? But it's what you make up with that money that is more important, right? So it was for me an investment on my future. So yeah, so I booked the pre-coaching videos. That's when it got very interesting because you find out about the company, you find out about the commission plan, you really understand what is the type of marketing we do, the business plan, you understand a little bit more about the network marketing. So then you start doing your research. Then you really start digging into it, right? And then that's when your due diligence starts. And on top of that, you integrate the community, this private Facebook group. You integrate it, and then you can interact with people. You can see their results. There's testimonials about the product. So after once you do your due diligence, it is absolutely up to you whether you want to join or not. Because yes, it does require an investment. It does require to make efforts, but is everything, but is the platform and the back end technology maintained and operated for you? Absolutely. That's what makes it easy because everything is operated for you in the background, right? So all you have to do is setting things up, following the training, right? So yeah, so I got informed about the company. I learned a little bit more about their products, and it actually met my value. It met what I'm looking for. It met like if I had to represent a company, I will represent this one because it's something that I believe in, right? Um, so if I knew about this product before even finding out about this online business, I'll be honest, I would have bought it. I no lies, right? I'll invest on my health, 100%.
Of
That's the
course.
best that's the best investment you can do in your life. So yeah, so after further discussion with my coach, I got convinced, right? I did my due diligence. I took the right steps. I followed the webinar, the pre-coaching videos. I watched them at my own time, my own pace, and I made the decision within 30 days and decided to join. And yes, and I started understanding a little bit more about the commission plan because it's not only a commission plan, it's also a bonus plan, right? Because it's network marketing. So the company offer bonuses on group sales, right? And don't think that whoever is in your team cannot do better than you. They can do better than you. They're not stuck within your downline. They can go upward and you stay downward, right? So it's a group effort, right? We're that's why we say we're business partners. They're not employees. This is like far behind the employee mindset. You have to leave it behind, right? This is you're actually managing, coaching, and growing a team with business partners. You're growing a network. But all of that, if you don't know anything about it, it's all in the training again. You will be taught everything. So yeah, that's how I joined, and really, like it was a process, webinar, pre-coaching videos, discussion with my coach, and integrating the community, seeing the results from the community, interacting with the community, and looking up this company on the internet. Because listen, internet has a whole bunch of information, but again, you have to know what to trust and what not to trust. So you have to filter the information you read. So yeah, that's how I did it.
Yeah, thank you, Atman, for saying everything about like your journey through this process. And what I like to tell everyone is that you want to do something. There's an opportunity in front of you, like you, like myself, like the rest of the people that they are now business owner, they are successful in this business. You need to take step one, because you cannot read chapter 20 unless you start chapter one. So the step one is watching the webinar and getting the gist and the idea of what is the online business, how it's going to work. Just hear the testimonial of our people, our nice people from our community that you mentioned, they're volunteer, come and they sit there for hours and talking and sharing their stories, and then go for the next step, join our 30-day trial, which is risk-free. Honestly, it's again, I can say it's free, because 149 that you pay, it's only a barrier between those that they are not serious and those that they are a little bit serious. This is the only definition that I can have for that 149, because that 149 is going to be refundable, so it's not a case. But it gives you opportunity to join, and out, as you mentioned, learn about the compensation plan, how things go on, be part of our private Facebook team, see our financial achievements, talk to us, reach out to everybody that you would like. Doesn't matter what is the nationality, what is the age, see what's happening around, and just figure it out if it's a good fit for you or not. Because Atman, I think that we don't know. I mean, people asking me, is it a good fit for me? How much money can I make? Because we don't have a common language. You should come and join and see, and then I can talk to you. I can give you more information, regarding the financial achievements, regarding if you should come and see, and I'll give you more information, how things gonna work. And then you can make final decision that's a good fit for you or not. Because I do believe that it's something that everyone can do, but it's not good for everyone. As you mentioned, why everyone can do, because we have a very comprehensive training platform. As you mentioned, we train everything. And the one thing that I really like about the training, Atman, is that as you mentioned, the startup is really, really fast. Within 2 weeks or 3 weeks, you're gonna done with your startup. And then as long as you learn how to advertise in only one of the platforms, you can start your business. And as you are learning, you are earning too. It's earning together. And you don't need, it's not like a course that you go to college and get a certification and come out of the college and you cannot do anything. No, it's not like that. It's like ongoing lifetime access training platform with all updates and everything. And as long as you are part of the community, as long as you have business idea with us, as long as you want to run your business, everything is there for you. And this is really the beauty of this system. And as you mentioned, because we all want, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what is our job. We want to just leave a legacy. We want to do something for our families, our loved ones, and for ourselves. So this is something, this business will give us everything. And I would like to ask everyone, whoever is watching us or they're gonna watch later, just come and check it out. Check it out, see if it's a good fit for you or not. You have 30 days, but this is an opportunity, and we are here to make an awareness, to tell you that, yeah, guys, there's an opportunity out there. You can go and make money. As you mentioned, Othman, we all in social media at least for 1 hour a day. And I mean, this is a minimum. I can tell you sometimes it's going to be 2 hours, 3 hours a day that we spend time on social media, and we don't do anything. We just waste time and energy. But that time can generate income for us. And that income can be passive income, which will then switch to wealth for us. So I would like everyone just make a wise decision and be very pay attention to what we're talking about exactly, because these words, these conversation has lots of messages for you guys when you are watching us. We would like you just make a wise decision and I don't want to say come and do it. I don't want to say just do it blindly. What we try to say is that come and check it out and learn more about it. And if it's a good fit for you, it's going to be a life changing event for you. And if it's not good for you, just we can say bye. It doesn't matter, you know. So, Adman, it's almost 30 minutes that we're talking. I'd like to know if you have any encouraging words for our audiences, especially young generations, students, because we don't, you know, that to which extent this business can help the students. They can come out from the university debt free. You know, I would like just to send your message, encouraging word to all our audiences.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we all came into this business or chose to start our journey in the online space because we wanted change, right? Driving change can be very scary. Driving change can be very overwhelming, and it is totally natural to grow fear and be scared, right? However, you have to have the willpower and you have to be willing to take action, because I think it is better to take action than live with regrets and say, oh, why I should have.
That's
I
right.
could have, maybe I would have been successful, right? If you change your mindset and say, I am, I can, I will do it, then success will follow, for sure. And success is not an overnight story, right? You build success, you build wealth. And is it possible? 100% is possible, because today the internet is the present and the future, right? We're going in different realms of of the web, right? It's upgrading every day, right? And everyone is plugged into the internet today, right? And everyone's starting to have access to the internet. Everyone want to do business through the internet. So the physical interactions and the brick and mortar businesses are slowly getting replaced. You just think of the retail space, right? Retail is now all moving online, right? And online is where the money is at if you're just thinking money, but it's also an opportunity to grow as a person, right? It's also an opportunity to have a mindset shift. It's also an opportunity to be more mature about your finances. It's also an opportunity to save yourself from any future uh, uh, any future COVID, let's say, like I don't know, like I lived the first pandemic in my life. I never thought I would live a pandemic, but we saw what was the effect of COVID
Right.
on everyone worldwide, right?
Worldwide.
Uh, so yeah, like I mean, like you said, when an opportunity presents itself, get curious. I think curiosity can get you very far, and take the leap of faith, right? Say it's all blessings, right? Say take the leap of faith. Thank you, God, for this opportunity. I'm gonna look into it. If it's for me, it's for me. If it's not, I'm gonna keep looking. But what my advice today, whether if you want to build wealth and you want to save your future and save a nest egg for future, and is to definitely look into passive income opportunities, whether it's an online business, stock investment, whether it's like Amazon FBA, whatever fits your profile, whatever fits your personality, do it, because we live in a world where we have to start building our own wealth and stop building other people's wealth.
That's right. Thank you so very much, Atman. Thank you so very much for your time and sharing your story and how you feel through this business and sharing all your experience. I truly appreciate your time, and I hope that all our audiences, if they are watching us or they're watching us later, just look into it very seriously. And as you mentioned, just try to check out and find something that either this opportunity or any other opportunity, just give themselves opportunity, first of all, to study about all these things in front of themselves, and don't just close your eyes and pass it, because it might be only one time that happened to us. We don't know really. Thank you again, and I wish all the best in your business, Atman. I know that you are very successful, but I would like to see you that one day you are someone that join us again and talking about very, very huge financial achievement again and again. Thank you
Of
so very
course,
much.
of course. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Have a very good night. Bye bye.
Bye.